guys, Joan here. Finally getting around to this video as soon as I can get comfortable. And if everybody would stop texting me. How to disassemble and clean a Springfield Trapdoor rifle. This is an original, made in 1886. It's not a replica, but they all pretty much come apart the same way. Now, this one didn't actually come with a cleaning rod, but I do have this little rod in here for looks. You take that out. Now just clean it in the field. It's pretty self-explanatory. You put a patch on the cleaning rod to come with it. Me, I just wrap some patch cloth around this. You would run it down the barrel and give it a few swabs. But we're talking stripping it down and giving it a good deep clean. First of all, you have to remove the barrel bands. There's a spring right here. You press that down and it just slips off. What you wanna put them in a container. This, I really need a longer table for this rifle. It's got a 32-inch barrel on it, and my table is like 30 inches, I think. You flip up the rear sight, which is the Buffington sight. Shit. The top screw works your elevation. The bottom screw, your windage. I'm not taking this off. It's a little more complicated than I am. I'm not a gunsmith. I'm just an avid hunter and reloader. Have to usually give this one a few taps. And get it loosened up. Sometimes they'll slip right off. Sometimes you have to fight with them. There she comes. I was trying to do this through a lens finder. It's kind of, it's harder than it looks. It really is. The next step, back down. There's a screw right here on the tank. You unscrew that. And now the barrel just pops right off. Oh yeah, you have to cock the hammer back and get the barrel to come off. So now I got the barrel. I'm just going to set the wood. I'll tell you what, I'll take the lock off first, and I'll set the wood aside. So, next thing you do is take out the screws here on the sides to take the lock off. This has been a very, very accurate rifle for me. I honestly didn't think it would be as accurate as it turned out to be because of its age. It's I think 136 years old now. No, 132, excuse me, still old. Which brings me to the next part. You don't want to just rip the lock off because the wood's old. It's going to give it a little jiggle and it pops right out. Now I'm not taking this apart. I don't have a mainspring vise, and that would be crappy trying to put that together. I don't think I could without a mainspring vise. You really don't have to take the trigger out, but for the sake of the video, I will. So you don't want to wear and tear on these wood screws too much. But for you guys, I'm going to do it. That's what the inside of your trigger looks like. Okay, I can set the wood aside. This is your breech block assembly. That's why they call it a trapdoor. It flips open, kicks the shell out, put a new shell in. Very simple, yet when I start to take this apart, you'll see it's pretty complicated too. There's all. Keep doing that, I'm sorry. I don't have much room to work. See a lever right there? The only idea is this is a pin that goes through. You'll need a little punch to knock that out. I don't know why I put it up there like that. So I'm going to need my hammer. Which, can y'all hear the hound dog up there hollering? I think I put my punches over here. I just use a regular old LED primer punch. Put it there. Give it a few good whacks. just twist it out by hand from this point. If you got a longer punch, you can do it that way. And that's the top of your action with a firing pin in it. You got an Extractor Claw right here. There's a little... I don't like taking this out because it's under pressure, but for the sake of the video, I will take it out. It's going to be a real slut trying to get it back in. There's a spring and the little rod that goes into it. The pin that holds it in. That's why they say trapdoors are not a very strong action. Because that's really what's always holding the door on. Alright, now we're going to get complicated. First, there's a screw here on the side. And it takes the latch off. Now, if you guys is wondering, this screwdriver here pretty much just takes this whole gun apart. It's simple yet complex, as you'll see. There's your latch. Then we got another spring that goes in there. Then there's the firing pin. There's a screw right under here. And screw that. And that firing pin will just drop right out. Some trapdoors have a spring in the firing pin. Some do not. This one didn't. It may need one, but it functions just fine without it. It does. Little bitty screw for that short one compared to the rest. You can see there's the firing pin. Alright, we're ready. That's a completely stripped breech. So now we are ready to clean stuff. Normally I would use ballistol, but I'm out, so I'm using off-brand WD-40. I'll go back over with ballistol later. Just gonna I'm just going to squirt it down and let it sit for a minute. And I guess while it's setting, I'll talk a little bit about the history of the trapdoor. It originally started in 1865 after the American Civil War, looking for breech loaders because the muzzle loader was going out of style. Other countries had done switched over to breech loaders, and America's like, oh crap, we gotta do something. And they had like thousands and thousands of Springfield 1861, 1863 Springfield musket rifles in stores. So basically they got this guy that worked at Springfield Armory. Last name's Allen. I can't really remember his first name, I'm sorry. Anyway, and he come up with the trapdoor design, but it was a lot bigger at the time because all they done was hacked off the end of the old musket rifle and slapped the breech lock onto it. And it was in .58 caliber rimfire, the same as on the same caliber as the muzzleloader at the time, but yeah, it did not work out too well. So they reinvented it into a 50 caliber with a center, I think it was a center fire cartridge at that time. But yeah, it was a 1570 government. And while it was great for animals and hunting and even helped with humans, more range and a flatter trajectory was desired. So in 1873, they come up with our now famous 73 trapdoor. Technically, though, this one's a 84 trapdoor because it's got the Buffington sights on it. The sights were different up to that point. The original loading was a 405 grain round-nosed bullet with 70 grains of fine black powder. And of course, 45 or .458 caliber. But when they switched over to the Buffington sights and updated them in 1882, the Buffington sights were on in 1884, but around 1882, they upped the power of the bullet to a 500 grain round flat nose bullet and 70 grains of powder. It was spitting the peel out about 1,350 feet a second, which was phenomenal. I can't say it, but you guys are knowing it was great, really great for the time. And this guy to shoot the 405 grain bullets fine. I have a mold for that. But then shoots 500 grain bullets better. I need to get me a government style mold with a round flat nose. I'm using the Target mold with a Spitzer bullet. Looks like a big, to me, a gigantic 8mm Mauser bullet. But I'll get the government mold eventually, so I'm going to start out with a toothbrush. Just kind of scrub it around in here. Getting those nicks and crannies. Wiping it off. This is the way we wash our guns early in the morning. Little thing about lubricating guns too. You don't want to put a whole bunch of oil or real thick oil on it. I've heard of people doing this. But these guns were put together dry. They have very tight tolerances. It's best just to put a drop or two of oil and just kind of wipe over the parts. And just absolutely drenching it, because oil, while it's protecting and stuff from rust and oil, it's also very good at attracting dirt, which we don't need to attract dirt and dust and all that. So just, watching. Since this has been cleaned, I'm going to set it over here to the side. I got to get my specialized cleaning apparatus. I'm going to get a kick out of this. As soon as I found it, I thought I had it in this little box over here. And I call myself getting all this organized. Where did my specialized cleaning apparatus go? Guess I'm gonna have to get a little more organized with it, because I cannot find my specialized cleaning apparatus. I'm gonna put it down in here. Well, I'll be right back. I know where another one is. Okay, got my specialized cleaning apparatus. Yes, it's a mascara brush. Perks of being a girl. And guys, your girlfriends or wives can provide you with plenty of these. They work miracles. What I'm using it for is to get into the holes. I know it sounds kind of pornographic, but you got to get into the holes. Just kind of stroke it in there, pop it around. It also helps to get like up in these old spots where the screws go. And I don't know what you'd call it, but indentions. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic and I'm not a smith. I don't know the technical terms for some of this stuff. So just kind of bear with me. Got a cleaning patch, get it over the hole, stick the specialized cleaning apparatus into the hole, twist it around, pop it up and down, keep slipping out. I liked my other specialized cleaning apparatus better. This one is kind of a little too flexy. But really this was already cleaned because I I cleaned it last night, trying to rehearse for this video. There we go, cleaned breech block and firing pin mechanism. Of course, the firing pin, you just walk her down. Now we got the trigger. Hard to remember everything. I'll be glad when I get some more ballistol, because this stuff stinks. Ballistol, it smells good. It smells sort of like a candy store to me. This stuff here smells like a garage. Ugh. I know. Motor oil, that kind of smell probably turns a lot of you guys on, but not me. I do not like the smell of strong oils. Here we go, I got it nice and walked down. Now I got this thingy. A latch, I call it a thingy. And just basically wipe that down. I'm going to show y'all a tip on something my friend Jeff Tinsley showed me about screwdrivers. Not screwdrivers, screws. And I'll start showing you guys how to reassemble this. I'll pause it so you don't have to watch me wipe off every single little screw. That's all I got left. Is screws. Okay, so we'll take the tang screw to show you this little tip. First, I'm going to wipe the rust and stuff off. I actually didn't clean the screws last night. I just took them out. Teaching myself how to field strip it, because to be honest with you guys, I've never took it all the way apart like this till last night. So here's the tip. Taking some lube or some soap and rub on the screw, at least on one side, and then coat it as you screw it in. And that makes it not rust while it's screwed in, but it also makes it easier to screw back out. A lot of screwing. Okay, so got the screws all cleaned and lubed. So now we're going to start reassembling this breech block. The first thing, and definitely the hardest thing, is you put the spring back down in this hole right here. And this is where it gets difficult. You take the latch, and you see there's a thing you run a screw through. It goes into this indentation right here. You have to get all that lined up. While applying pressure to the spring. Which once you get it on, you can actually flip the switch up and hold it in place. Okay. No. Almost. Now we just and screw in. Need a magnetized screwdriver. That would make life much easier. Okay, you got that. See, it operates the lever, the latch opens and shuts. Next is the firing pin, and it has a little indentation on it. When you drop it in, you have to line it up with the screw hole right there. Which can be difficult, but I think I got it on the first go of it. I forgot to do that screw. Duh. So that screw in. I guess you can do it in reverse of what I showed, but this works. Fine doing it in the order I've done it, but it ain't lined up, so So this is what I get for trying to do it looking through a lens finder. I got the wrong screws in. Pay attention when you're putting your guns together. I wouldn't have had this issue if I had been paying more attention to what I was doing. That's also why it can be dangerous trying to reload while talking on a camera. I'm just gonna leave that pin in there. I think it'd be easier if I do it in reverse too. Fire and pin first. Sorry for that setback. Yeah, I'm not paying attention like I should be. Oh well, here we go. So, again, you have to basically line the puzzle up. After that, it's easy cheesy. And just, you got big enough hands, cock the lever up, and it'll hold it in place while you screw it in. Alright, got that all put together. Now comes, to put it politely, the bitch of this project. Putting this claw back in is really hard, and you're gonna need some kind of punch or a screwdriver or something for leverage, because it is under tension. Which I'm gonna try to use a screwdriver. Back it out, flip it around, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, I don't know if you guys can see it, but on the, see here, make sure I'm telling you right. Yeah, on the left hand side, there's a little hole right in there that this little pin goes in, up like this. And once you get that in, this is where the devil comes in. You put this extractor in there, and it's got a little devil bevel thingy on it. Oh no, well, you can see it. You have to line that up while pressing it in, lining it up with this so you can put the actual holding retainer pin in. I'm going to flip it back around because I'm left-handed. And I got nerve damage in my right arm and right hand. So I know I won't be able to apply the force needed to get this started with it. No, I may have to. Flipping back around, I can't really see what I'm doing here. I done it last night though. There we go. Pin, 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 pin. Where'd the pin go? Trying to get it. Hey. Barrel keeps moving. You have to apply pressure down and up. I'm going to turn the camera off till I get the pin started. Because I'm going to have to hold the barrel up. Well, I can do it while it's on camera. I remember how I done it last night, you know, so I could see what I was doing. Just going to take more time, but hey, you guys love me anyway. At least I hope you love me. See if I can get it. Ah. Oh, use something different. That's not quite wide enough. I'll use this cleaning rod. That's what I used last night to do it. There we go. Thing is, you have to get it just right on the edge of this little screw. I mean, on the place where you put the... Because if you go too far, you can't... Having more issues than I had last night. Kind of because I'm camera shy and nervous too. Shoot. My suggestion is if you get a trapdoor, don't field strip it too often. It's too much of a pain in the rear to get back together. That's why I'm saying it's a simple yet very complicated pin piece of machinery. Alright, I'm gonna cut, y'all get the idea. I'm gonna cut the camera off till I get this back in. Okay, I finally got it in there. Yay, me. Okay, what do you do? Okay, so the next part is fairly simple. You take your breech block, you line it up, and bump your pin back down. There's a little hole right here on the side that you have to line it up with. That holds everything in place.